Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I thought we will make a macaroni salad. Now I grew up on macaroni salad in the Philippines and it was one of our go-to side dishes whenever there is a special occasion or during the holidays. And it's December, it's Christmas time here in San Diego, California. So I thought we would make it, but we're gonna make it completely plant-based with a whole lot more nutrients, a lot more fiber, a lot more antioxidants, and more protein. My name is Chris. I'd like to welcome you to my plant-based kitchen where we make dishes that are traditional and make it healthier. So what we're gonna do is actually start with our sauce. So we've got our macaronis here, and this is a whole package of macaroni that I boiled with salted water and drained and cooled completely. We also have about half a cup of peas here, which provides some of a different texture and crunch as well as protein. We have celery here. This is about half a cup. Another texture, another crunch plus protein. We have carrots, which has a lot of beta carotene. It's good for our eyes. It has fiber in it. And for some sweetness, I really like it with pineapple. So I chopped up some canned pineapple here. And I thought instead of doing plain raisins, we're gonna do whole cranberries here that's been dried to make it a little bit more festive. Now, traditionally in the Philippines, we would make it with chicken. So what I had done here is that I took a whole entire can of jackfruit. I boiled it for about 30 minutes with vegetable broth. And then I drained it and mashed it with a potato masher. So you've got like shredded chicken here. Now for our sauce, which what we're gonna do is start with, we're gonna make our own sauce so we can avoid a lot of the fats in there. Now, if you wanted to make it simpler, of course, you can just use like a plant-based mayo, and this is Vegenaise. I have been using it for, I don't know, 15, 20 years now. But what we're gonna do is make it ourselves so that we have a lot more protein in it and a little bit less fat. So we're gonna start with about a big block. And this is the equivalent to a big block of soft tofu. So I'm gonna put both of these things here. We have about 2 tablespoons here of nutritional yeast. I'm gonna put that there. Now, I still want a little bit of fat in here. So this is about a fourth or close to a half or a third of Vegenaise. So I'm gonna put that in here. It provides some creaminess because, you know, a tablespoon of this thing is about 90 calories. So I wanted to cut back on the calories but not lose the creaminess. And this is just soy milk. You can use oat milk or almond milk if you want. I just needed a little bit more liquid. This is maple syrup. Now maple syrup is still sugar, so it will still bring your sugars up, but we're using this much for a whole dish. So it's not gonna be so much. Plus it has natural antimicrobials in it. And it does taste sweeter for less calories. So I like using that. Now, the next thing we're gonna do is put like half a teaspoon of garlic powder in there. We're gonna put half a teaspoon of onion powder or onion granules. And then I have some black pepper in here. So we're gonna put that as well. That's about half a teaspoon. And then we're gonna put some mustard. Now I kind of like it slightly yellowish. And I have some mustard in here. Now this is just mayo, so I'm gonna use it. So about a tablespoon of sweet, spicy mustard. I got this from Trader Joe's, and I thought I'd use it for this dish. Now we haven't added the salt yet. So the salt should be dependent on what you kind of like. Now some like it less salty, some like it saltier, but I'm gonna start with about a teaspoon of Himalayan salt here. So about 1 scoop of this one is 1/4 of a teaspoon. So we're gonna start with 1 teaspoon, and we're gonna add some in a pasta later if we need to. And then we're just gonna blend this and use this as our sauce. Put this in the Vitamix here and turn it on slowly. Okay, we're gonna try and test this first for flavor, and I'm gonna use the end of the spoon here. Ooh, that's really nice. So we're gonna use this whole thing to flavor our pasta here. So let me bring the pasta here. We're gonna put our peas. What I like to do when I have a carby type of food is put a lot of vegetables in it. Now, typically, I'd like it to be half vegetables and half carbohydrates, but in this case, it's probably just a little bit less vegetables. But of course, our sauce is made from tofu, so we have protein in there as well. So it should balance it all out. Then I'm gonna put our craisins in here. And you can see it's starting to look really nice and festive already. And this is our jackfruit. It's gonna provide a different texture to it, like almost like chicken, without having to use chicken. Here we go. And put it all together. And we're just gonna pour this in here. Okay, we'll start with this. And I'm pretty sure it should be enough for all of this. You want to combine this really well. And what also happens is that if you serve this the next day, it's better because then all the flavors from your sauce and all your vegetables have actually melded together. So I like making this ahead of time before a party or before I give it out to people. Now, the reason why I'm making so much is that I'm giving some to my neighbor, my mom, and my sister. So I thought if I'm gonna make it, I might as well make a lot so I can give some away. And you can see it's really creamy. If you come closer here, it's really creamy. And that's not a lot of fat. So you can actually cheat and not put so much fat in there and still make it really nice and creamy. Now, if you want this sweeter or if you want it a little spicier, I mean, you could really modify this to your liking. You could add more salt. You can add a little bit of hot sauce in it. But I think this is just wonderful the way it is. You see that? Oh, that's amazing. And there we go, folks. You've got macaroni salad for the holidays. I hope you'll give this a try because I certainly will. Is this clean? I think it is. Let's see how it is. Okay. And I don't really have a spoon, so I'm gonna just use a little bit of this. The flavors are there, but if I put this in the fridge and wait a little bit more, it's gonna be even better. Thank you very much for joining me today, and we'll see you again on our next video.